I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. I'm starving. Are you guys eating? Have you guys eaten today? Did you guys eat on Sunday? I didn't. I heard everybody ate. I didn't eat. Our receivers didn't eat. What? Like, man, dude, put me in line, please. I need some food. What up, Bills Mafia? And what up, Houston Texans fans? I don't even want to say this right now. It's irking me, but congratulations on the victory. Let me get that out of the way. Congratulations on the goddamn victory. Like, that's the game we wanted. That's the game I wanted. When we have Stefon Diggs on the other side of the field, the biggest malcontent, most targeted wide receiver, but he still ain't happy. The whiny, crybaby, energy vampire of a player I've ever seen be on the winning side of a game like that. Oh, it's disgusting. And all I did was prove his point. You know what he said? He said, we can't win with a coach like that. My name is Brandon Meister. This is Buffalo Motivated. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys subscribe and hit that like button. But this game was a perfect synopsis of what Diggs was upset about. He said, we can't win with that guy. We can't win with that guy. When the Houston Texans are trying to give us the game, they're trying to let us win multiple times. Interception, fumble. We had it within around their 20-yard line after a fumble. We still couldn't punch in the end zone. That is the difference. What we saw, that's the difference between a coach like Sean McDermott, and then we see what a real Super Bowl winning coach like Andy Reid does with worse right now receivers than the Buffalo Bills have. They're missing all their guys. Their defense is stacked. He has 3 tight ends out there and still finds a way to win. You know what McDermott did this time, guys? Do you know what McDermott did? He found a new way to lose. He found a new way to lose. I have literally never, ever seen something like that in my entire life, and that's because the NFL has never seen something like that. You got to go back 45 years before a coach called 3 passing plays in a row on the 2-yard line with under 30 seconds to go in the game. We all remember watching that, and there was a couple words I had to describe that, and it was disgrace. This is an effing disgrace. This is pathetic. And that's what we had to deal with. And I'm going to get into the rest of the game, but I have to say something right now to a treasured member of our Buffalo Bills organization. And his name is Brandon Beane. We may love Brandon Beane, but what Sean McDermott right now was working with is what Brandon Beane served him up. We have been calling for years now to add receivers. Years. I'm talking years for effective to add receivers. Okay, years. And we ain't got none. We're saying, oh, everybody eats. You know what we're doing now? Starving, hungry, starving. Josh Allen goes 9 for 30, 9 passes, 9 completions out of 30 passes. You know what those receivers are doing? Not getting open, and they are starving. When us fans, we're starving. Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, everybody's like, oh, everybody eats. Oh, it's not going to be all on Josh Allen's shoulders this year. He doesn't have to rely solely on Diggs. What sense? Okay, it's not all on Josh Allen. We don't want everything to be on Josh Allen. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go get rid of his best receiver. We're going to get rid of the best receiver and then say, hey, Josh, it's not all on you. We got you some guys off the scrap heap. Can't even freaking remember their name right now. Mac Hollins. We got Valdez Scantling, for God's sake, who I want out of here. I had him 2 years in fantasy because of his measurables and because of his speed and what he was going to be. And I tell you, Brandon Beane, go play fantasy football. Draft these people on your fantasy team before you put them on our real team. You will see Valdez Scantling sucks. And he's one of our players. He's going to be one of those guys that helps take the load off Josh Allen. We go out and we get Curtis Samuel. We're paying him, $8 million a year? And he has 46 yards for the season. We can't even figure out how to use him. This starts at Brandon Beane. This was an easy situation to correct. You know what it is? Go get receivers. You see, you see what the Flowers is doing for the Ravens. You see what a ton of these receivers are out there doing, and you can just go out there and find them. They're not that hard. It's not that hard. And so, yeah, Sean McDermott made idiotic play calls at the end. He does drive a good culture. I do wish, I really want to win with him. But he's not going to be able to do it with these players. He does incredible on our defense. He takes out the raggedy-ass people from the 5th round, 7th round, undrafted, free agents, and puts together a top-tier defense, and the Houston Texans score 6 points in the second half after we're down 17-3. And so this is the solution here for all this, okay? Now, McDermott, you're on this thin ice because I got a big heart, and I would love to be able to win with you. I would just love to. But this is the solution. There is no more, I'm going to make myself look good as Coach McDermott and draft defensive players year after year after year after year after year. Taking 2 defensive ends, one after the other, like two years ago. Trying to help yourself, pad your own stats. Make sure you don't get fired as long as your side of the ball is looking good. You'll have a scapegoat, which is the offensive coordinator who you can always fire. No more of that. It has to be from here on out. Terry Pagula has to go down and say, hey, Brandon Beane, I want Josh Allen surrounded by talent. I want him having new running back, new wide receivers, multiple wide receivers, and offensive linemen, and kiss the defense goodbye. McDermott, that's your goal. That's your thing. You're the leader. You have how many years on Josh Allen? 20 years of experience on Josh Allen. It should be up to you to take less and make more, and not make Josh, who's out there giving his heart and soul, risking injury, not making Josh do less than more. If we could come to that agreement, then I might be able to get back on board. But till then, this has to quit. This has to quit. There is no more leaving him out there on an island and making him do everything on his own. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his exasperations. That has got to be fixed. And this game, guys, right out the gates, they go down there, they score a touchdown. They were on top of it. And we have been doing these screenplays that have been driving me nuts, absolutely driving me crazy. The point of a screenplay is if you have really good receivers that are fast and the defense is threatened by, because, they may look like they're running out to block me, but really they're going to run by me, or they're really good at running routes and they'll just cut off to the right and leave themselves open. When the defenders are not afraid of your receivers, they're not backing up. They're not like, oh God, here he comes. Come get me. They're saying, no, come on, come get me. Actually, I'm coming to you. And when they do that, you know who's right behind them on a screenplay? The guy catching the damn ball. Catching the damn ball. So screenplays are not going to work on this team with this group of receivers. I hope we don't see any more of that. With the receivers as bad as they are, We got to give them a little help, guys. We got to give them a little help. How about we run a little play action? Run a little play action pass. Act like you're going to give to James Cook and then throw the ball. Pretty simple, right? Pretty clean, sweet, and easy. Give him a half a beat a second. We were doing that all the time last year, and now I just don't see us doing it hardly at all. And I mean, Josh Allen, I don't even want to put this crap on him because of what he's working with right now. He was bad yesterday, but he was constantly under pressure, constantly trying to throw to receivers who weren't open, who he doesn't trust yet, and ended up going 9 of 30. One thing I will say, though, is that yesterday they were putting a spy on Josh Allen, right? Putting a spy on our boy. And shouldn't that mean one receiver it's one less defender out there guarding our receivers? So shouldn't that make it easier on them? But it didn't. There is one thing important about what we have to look forward to, and that is this team, even if they were all superstars, it would take them time to gel. It would take them time to gel, and they would progressively get better and better and better and better going into the future. And especially with a team like this, where our wide receivers are castaways from other teams, they are Trojan horses like Valdez-Scantling from the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to take extra time for them to gel. Josh and our receivers need to be hitting it double time in practice, and practicing night and day, getting on the same page. And over time, it will get better. I honestly think that if we had Khalil Shakir that day, we would not have went 3 out of 14 on third down conversion rate. Psycho. That's psycho. We're 3 away from no third down conversions. If we had Khalil Shakir, I think that we would have won that game. Granted, they lost their top receiver. They didn't have Joe Mixon, their top running back. But fine, whatever. We're just trying to squeak out a damn win here, people. If Khalil Shakir would have been a game changer in that game, we would have gotten more first downs. We would have gotten in better scoring position, and we would have been able to move the damn chains. Move the damn chains. Every time third down came up, it was like, well, that went quick. Third and out, 3 and out. Well, that went quick. Next thing you know, the whole first half of the game is over. So there is light at the end of this tunnel. Guys, what are we doing with Dalton Kincaid? A first round, supposed to be one of the generational tight ends out of the draft last year. And we're not even figuring out ways to get him the ball. The guy has great hands. He has great speed. He has great separation. And he always, keep an eye out for this, always makes the first guy miss. Get him the damn ball. Get him, James Cook, Khalil Shakir, and our boy Keon Coleman the ball. Great. I can't say great game, Keon, but I can say thank you. You were the one lone bright spot on that offense with that 54-yard catch and run for a touchdown. That was sick. That was sweet. And then to finish this up, just like Sean McDermott did, except I'm not going to crash and burn the way he did. Those timeouts no timeouts. Those last 3 plays at the end of the game, absolutely asinine. And let me tell you what should have been done. Have you ever heard? Oh my God, it's so common sense. I feel like I'm already preaching to the choir. Like, don't even bore me with this. But they had 3 timeouts. We had 3 plays. We could have ran out their timeouts. And Coach Sean McDermott is like, oh, you would have had about the same amount of time. No, not really. An incomplete pass is probably just a few seconds, takes a few seconds quicker, faster than an actual running play, especially if the guy's held up for a minute by his offensive line. But how about you think of this? You run the ball twice. If you want to throw the ball so bad, Sean McDermott, go Hail Mary and win the game. You run the ball twice. Run it twice. Maybe we get 8 yards out of that. Maybe we get 2. Maybe we don't get any, but we force them to use their timeouts. What does that do? That gives us a free timeout to figure out the next damn play and to get our wits about us, not out there panicking. Those were free timeouts we had if we would just ran the ball. It would have removed their ability to call a timeout and go for a short dump off pass after they gained 8 yards to kick a 59-yard field goal. But what it also could have done is if you run the ball twice, Buffalo's just going to run it out here, and you really want to throw a pass, that's when you you run a play action. Act like you're going to hand it to Cook, dump it off to Kincaid, right in the middle. Guys should be wide open. Worst case scenario, it's knocked away. Best case scenario, it's a first down. That's simple. And that's how it should have went down. We are in for a whack-a-mole season. Who knows what these Buffalo Bills even are right now? We're going to find out. We love our squad. We're going to have fun doing it regardless, one way or the other, unless the games look like that. Good God. Khalil Shakir, didn't know you were that vital to the team. I had to close out with that. I want to say thank you guys for the views and subscribing and liking. It means a ton. And I want y'all to go out there and have a great, beautiful day today. Go Bills.